Good afternoon.
Hello. How are things?
Things are cold, but not as
Yeah,
cold as they were in Colorado.
yeah. Still no fun though,
I
wherever you
know.
are. It's the worst.
Winter's hard.
It is. It really is. Took our dogs on a walk today and they only enjoy it for like half of it and then their feet get so cold.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it in places where it has those really, really intense, long periods of below zero. And what happens with those dogs? I don't even know.
I don't know either. I could not manage, that is for sure.
Well, hopefully
Yeah,
we'll survive till warmer days.
I hope so. It's likely. I think we will.
I think we will too. I am so excited for today's topic.
Yeah, me too. Tell us about it.
Well, we're going to talk about why it might be a good idea to seek out a trainer before you even get a dog.
Yeah. Something that most don't think about, right? Because you just want a dog, then you just get a dog. But tell us about some of the benefits of having a trainer assist you in choosing a dog.
Well, I was thinking about real estate, houses, or even if you're looking for a place to rent. So when people look for a house or a car, even,
Yeah.
they generally seek out somebody that can give them some support and do some interpreting for them. So
Mm.
anyone who's ever read a real estate ad figures out that there's certain words that have an underlying meaning. So cozy might mean this is a really tiny space, and quaint might mean this place needs so much updating that, you know,
Yeah.
you're
That's
you're
very true.
for a
Yeah.
long haul. It's the same with when you're looking at getting a dog. Maybe you go to a rescue site and you see these pictures of these darling dogs, and the bio on these dogs, the bio information is compelling,
Yeah.
as it should be.
Right.
But you kind of need somebody to help you interpret, because when you're reading learning to walk
Mhm.
nicely on leash, that could mean that this dog is going to pull you down the street.
Yeah. It
When you
absolutely could.
read warms up after a little bit of time, it might mean that this dog seems like he's going to bite the heads off of people that come into your front door to visit. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but knowing what to look for can really save people a lot of heartache. And I think the main benefit in finding a trainer to give some guidance through this process is to prevent heartache later on.
Yeah. That's such a good analogy too, because those bios, just like you said, that's like this dog is going to be perfect for X, Y, and Z reason, but it could mean lots of other things.
And it
And yeah,
also could mean that that dog will be perfect
right.
in the right
Exactly.
setting,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
your setting might not be the right setting for
Hmm.
that dog.
Yeah.
If you live in an apartment and you have a dog that has a need to be out and about a lot and run off a lot of energy, that dog is going to be frustrated and you're going to be frustrated. And
Yeah.
it's not that you're a bad person. It's not that the dog is a bad dog. It's
Right.
that something isn't fitting. And with that, I want to do a little screen share here. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Let's see it.
All right. So, as you know, Hannah, I'm all about the Legs Family Dog Mediation, and I'm always excited to share information about legs, which is learning, environment, genetics, and self. And when we look at a dog's phenotype, can you see that screen yet?
Yeah, I can see the screen. It's a little bit, I can't read all of
Well,
legs.
I'm gonna
Oh,
make it big
perfect.
now. I
Sorry.
just want to make sure. So for those people who are watching, I apologize for my slow technology.
No, that's perfect.
So the phenotype the whole picture of an animal is the interaction of the animal's own learning, their environment, their genetics as an individual organism, their self, and no one thing is predictive. We need to look at the whole picture, the whole everything that goes into making this dog who they are, and then not only that, but who they are in a specific environment.
Right.
So that's what we're talking about when we talk about legs. Then this is exactly what I was talking about with the fit, the lock and the key. Some keys fit some locks, but if you put a key into a lock that it's not meant to go into, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You are completely stuck. So these are amazing illustrations, I think. So the wrong fit creates problems. Herding sheep is good
Mhm.
when you have a herding dog,
Right.
but herding kids, bad. Oh,
Right.
herding kids, bad.
Not so good. Right.
Bouncing off of trees, that's great. That gets energy out. That's a great activity in the right environment. Bouncing off the walls in a house, bad.
Right.
Stalking on the farm, good. Stalking in the living room, bad.
Yeah.
These keys and these locks don't fit. It doesn't mean that this particular breed is never going to work in a certain environment, but these are just the things to be aware of. These dogs come with these tendencies, and there is nothing that we can do to change that. We
Right.
bred these tendencies in through artificial selection. We bred dogs to do work for us, and there's not anything that we can do to undo that to suit our own needs whenever we feel like it.
Yeah. And just to circle back, that this is not a bad dog. Your dog that's hurting your kids is not being a bad dog. That dog is just being the dog that humans have bred it to be. And then
Absolutely.
we put it in these crummy situations, like with the kids or stalking in the house, and it makes us feel like our dog is like, what is going on with my dog? And now we're facing all that heartache that we're trying to avoid from the get-go.
Now, that doesn't mean that a family can never have a border collie.
Oh, absolutely not. No,
There are
yeah.
many families that have border collies who have found out how to meet that dog's needs
Right.
so that the dog is able to function in the home. So regardless of what breed you're looking at, if the dog's needs are met, then the dog can fit in that
Yeah.
environment, but we still have to be aware. And the
Right.
last slide that I want to share is the fact that is this slide that shows that there are different breed groups. And if we look at those breed groups, we have a much better chance of figuring out what might go on, what the tendencies might be, and how you as a prospective owner of one of these dogs might go about meeting the dog's needs and incorporating that dog into your home, into your living situation.
Yeah, this is a great way to break down the dogs into groups.
So I'm going to stop sharing now, but I just wanted to give folks an idea of the kinds of information and analogies that a trainer would look at when
Right.
supporting someone that's looking for the right dog for their home and lifestyle. We're
Right.
not just going to say, oh, this dog is cute. We're going to
Yeah,
help
exactly.
you step back from your own emotion, look at the reality of your situation and the kind of dog that you're drawn to, and help make the best decision for you and your family.
Yes. Perfect. Well, we touched on it just a little bit, but let's go into a little bit of specifics on how a trainer can help. Say I've decided I absolutely want to rescue a dog. That dog might come with a variety of groups. It could be a mutt with all sorts of those groups of dogs? How can a trainer help in that type of specific situation?
I think when somebody is looking at getting a rescue dog, and especially a mixed breed, again, taking the emotion out of it a little bit is really helpful. If I go to a shelter and I see a dog that pulls at my heartstrings, that may or may not be the right dog. So if I can step back and maybe talk to a third party, i.e. a trainer, and get some more input, maybe the trainer knows questions to ask the rescue.
Absolutely.
Maybe the trainer knows how to tease out some of the background, because a lot of times there's some background knowledge of the dog's past that if we ask the right questions, we tease out better answers.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
a trainer can be that person that kind of steps away from the emotion and gets the best information possible.
Right. That is true. It is nice to have that third party come in and be like, well, this is what I'm seeing. What are you seeing? And then where are the overlaps? What's missing? And then having questions that you can ask the rescue is so nice too. Cause I know from my own experience, I see a rescue dog and I'm like, that's it, he's coming home. But that emotion just takes over where I need to ask very specific questions on what's going on with this dog. On the flip side, what if I have chosen a specific breed? Let's say I know I want a boxer or a border collie or I know I specifically want this dog. How can a trainer assist in choosing a dog of that breed?
And that again comes down to that emotional piece, because if somebody has decided, there's probably little that anybody can do to dissuade them from what they've decided to do. I think where a trainer could come in at that point is to maybe help them interview breeders more effectively. There's nothing wrong with getting very specific and being the interviewer of a breeder. You're the customer, and so you have a right to as much information as you can possibly find.
Right.
And so a trainer can assist with knowing the right questions to ask. And I think a trainer can also assist in the selection of the pup from the litter.
Absolutely.
If the breeder has chosen you in a certain order, maybe you have the pick of the litter, maybe you're first, that's great. But maybe you're fourth on the list and you're looking at, after 3 other people have chosen, just looking at the pups and looking, and this is not just looking at the pups in the litter doesn't mean that you're going to be able to know what their temperament is. But I still think another set of eyes and another person that can give some balance to the decision really is setting you up for more success and hopefully less heartache if something does go afoul.
It's also helpful too, especially if you have a dog at home already. When it comes to a rescue dog or a specific breed from a breeder, we can help provide support for that dog that you currently have, and then also bringing that new dog into your home. How can we manage your situation? Help these dogs have a lovely introduction where they hopefully have a great life together. So it always boils down to that preventing future heartbreak. But I think that we can also provide a lot of that type of stuff in your own home before you even have the dog.
And the same with children. So when there's children in the home and you're going to bring a dog in.
Yeah.
There is a lot that a trainer can do to assist with helping the dog and the children or child or children know their place with each other, and helping the adults know how to manage the dog and the child so that their needs are all met and we're not having frustration on either side.
Right. That's so much peace of mind right off the bat too. Bring your dog home, you already know what to do and things are in place so that we have hopefully a really nice coming home moment and just have the happy feelings when you get to bring your dog home.
And that's so much better than
Yeah.
hoping for the best, having
Right.
something go south, and
Mhm.
then reaching out for assistance after there's been an incident. That's no
Right.
fun.
Yeah. That is less fun for sure. What if a trainer helps you pick a dog? Do you think that that dog will still need training in the future?
Training is training is lifestyle.
Yes, it is. It
It's
sure is.
always it's always important. It can be a lifelong bonding experience. Just because my dog knows how to sit, come and
Hmm.
stay doesn't mean that it's not a wonderful experience to do training with my dog. It's
Yeah, it's
just,
just so fun.
it's lifestyle.
It is. And when you get your puppy or your dog home from the shelter, the breeder, your dog is still coming with the limited knowledge, or maybe the dog learned a lot from the rescue, but they're still going to need some support on something else. So it's a misconception that if you hire a trainer to help you bring a dog home, that that dog is not going to need training in the future. Definitely not. All dogs could use a little bit of training, in my opinion.
Well, it's not just for training, quote unquote, the dog. It's continuing to build that bond over a
Yeah.
lifetime.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you have to have a trainer
No.
for,
Yeah.
every step of the way in your relationship. But I know right now with my dog, going to training just helps us to continue to build our relationship, and learning new things keeps my dog kind of, I don't know, it keeps him excited and young. Life is more
Absolutely.
fun.
It is more fun. And always having, I always find it like, okay, I'm going to train my dog. I get these little things in my head. I'm going to do this, but mostly it's just a perfect time for me to spend great quality time with my dog. So I always like to think of it that way too.
Dogs love to learn.
They do. Yeah. They're the cutest.
Yeah, it's the best.
So what type of specific knowledge can KK provide in assisting when choosing a dog when it comes to the breeds? What breed specific knowledge can we provide?
I would go right back to all of those breed groups, and we have materials. I would go, uh, the, the gold standard book right now is Meet Your Dog by Kim Brophy.
Hmm.
Um, and I would go straight to that book and straight to the materials and go through the information about the breed groups and get real specific about what you can expect from each of those breed groups.
Yeah.
So we can provide basically we're providing knowledge that is out there already, but we have it at our fingertips. Then we can
Right.
help you interpret that.
Yeah. The interpreting piece is huge. I love your real estate analogy because, we all get help when we make huge life decisions, buy a house, buy a car, all those things. We have support. So just having someone support you through another huge life decision is such a fun thing to be a part of and a really valuable choice in the long run, I think.
Well, we've seen some situations, and I've heard other trainers talk about this, where families get a dog, or older couples get a dog, and it turns out that the lock and the key don't fit well.
Right.
And so we would love to be able to help folks choose a dog and have it be something where it does fit. The lock and the
Right.
key fit together, and the the relationship and the just everything works well, as
Hmm.
opposed to having regret.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of one family in particular that came to KK9 quite some time ago, and they had chosen a dog that wasn't a great fit for their family, and they loved the dog and the dog loved them. But because of the dog's tendencies, just because of the breed, and I'm not going to say what kind of breed it was, but it precluded their son from having um, his friends over. unless
Right.
there was a lot of management, unless the dog was sequestered, and it wasn't the dog was a bad dog. It just wasn't a great fit for their family.
Right.
And it was a sad situation, so we'd love to help people avoid situations like that.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Well, do you have anything else that we should talk about when how a trainer can help pick your dog?
You know, just don't be afraid to reach out.
Right. Yeah. You can
We don't
always,
know what we don't know.
right, yeah. You can always book a discovery call and chat about it. We can go from there.
Yes, yes. Well, and we could, all these subjects, we're passionate about these subjects and we could talk about them all night, but
Yeah.
I hope people will reach out with their questions because we're excited to support and to help.
Yeah. It is so fun to bring in home a new dog. So we love dogs, obviously. So when you get to pick a dog and bring them home, then we get to share that excitement. It's just so fun for everybody involved too.
It
Always love
really
being a part of that type of stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Yeah, of
another great
course.
conversation, Hannah. This is the
Thank
best.
you. It is the most fun.
All right. Talk next time.
Okie doke.
Bye.
Bye.